Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over 10 of the best ways to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online for solo players. Now some of these options are obviously going to be way better than others. Some of them are kind of underrated, some of them are overrated. We're going to get into it. We're going to start off with number 10. Alright guys, at number 10 we have the MC businesses. Now these are not very good for making money by yourself as a solo player, and I know that's what this list is about. However, you can still manage these businesses as a solo player. Now there's only certain ones of these that you guys are actually going to want to buy. The first one is the blank lockup. This one can make you an absolute ton of money. As you guys can see, I've made almost $37 million with this. And my sell success rate to Los Santos is 99%, which is pretty darn good. Now with the MC businesses, I always see players and people in the YouTube comments going on about delivery vans and all the terrible options that you have as far as the sell missions for these businesses go. Now keep in mind that you don't get delivery vans every single time you do a sell mission with an MC business. You have a chance to get them for sure. You can get float planes, you can get delivery vans. Those are the two worst ones in my opinion. And the unfortunate part is when you are selling a full MC business, you will almost always get 3 vehicles unless you get lucky by either getting bags, which you can then drive yourself to the delivery and it's one drop off and it's a one and done. But that does not happen super often. So most of the time you will be driving a slower vehicle or flying a slower vehicle. However, this can be avoided if you simply sell when you're about a quarter of the way full. Yes, I know it's a little bit annoying. It can make life a lot easier and you're still technically making the same profit. You're just doing it in 2 stages, which I know is really annoying and most players do not want to do that, so I completely understand it. Now of the MC businesses, there's really only 3 or 4 that you are going to want to buy. One of them is counterfeit cash, the other one is the blank lockup, the other one is the blank lab, and the other one is the grass factory, if you will. I think you guys can probably figure out the 4 that I'm talking about, but if you can't, I will put them on screen right now. So there you have it guys, that's it for number 10. Let's move on to number 9. Alright guys, at number 9 we have triple money and double money game modes. Now a lot of the time these game modes are kind of boring, however, you can make a decent amount of money with them and you don't have to buy anything to be able to do them. For example, this week right now when I'm recording this, we have running back. This is double money and RP. Pretty good. You're not going to earn a ton of money, but if you don't have any businesses and you're saving up to get a business in GTA, doing some double money and RP game modes are not a bad way to earn a little bit of money. Personally, my favorite double or triple money game modes are the stunt races. I really enjoy racing in GTA. You can have quite a bit of fun with these, and if they're on triple money, you can earn a ton of cash. It's really good. Definitely look into the weekly triple money and double money game modes, as well as bonuses on certain businesses. Sometimes you'll have double sell mission money on the bunker or on the nightclub. Things like that can really help you out to make an absolute ton of cash. So that is pretty much it for number 9 guys. Let's move on to number 8. Alright guys, and the next way to earn money solo is through the SecuroServe VIP or the CEO. Now within the CEO, once you are one, you have the ability to access VIP work. Now there are several different things that you can do throughout here that you can earn a bit of money with. My personal favorite is Headhunter. I really like to do this one. When you start Headhunter up, you will get 4 random targets on your map, and if you have a Hydra or some sort of air vehicle with missiles or with a cannon like the Hydra has, it makes doing this mission super quick, and you can earn 20k within about 2 minutes. Of course, it depends how close your targets are. As you guys can see, this one spawned super close to me, so I can absolutely fry him before he even knows what's coming. Now I gotta say, VIP work is maybe not the most efficient way to make money, but it is a pretty good way to make money, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to be able to do this. Honestly, VIP work or triple money and RP game modes are probably a little bit closer than you would think. I would almost put them at a tie at number 9, but it is the top 10, so I had to differentiate them. Honestly, VIP work probably in most cases is not actually superior. However, you can do it in free mode, which is very helpful, because if you have to go through loading screens all the time, that does waste quite a bit of time. Whereas with CEO game modes like this, like Headhunter, you can just earn money constantly. Yes, there's a cooldown in between when you can do these contracts, but it's not very long. And of course, you can switch and do something else while the cooldown is running. Overall, VIP and CEO work is very worth your time to do, especially if you don't have any other businesses in online. It can be kind of fun. It does get repetitive eventually, but for the most part, it's a pretty good time, I find. Anyway guys, as you can see, once I laser this last target here, well, I managed to get the target at the last second. It did cost my Hydra its life, but as you guys can see in the top right corner, I got $21,000 for doing that, and you get a pretty decent amount of XP on top of it. So VIP work, CEO work, pretty good way to make some extra cash. Let's move on to number 7. Alright guys, next up at number 7, we have vehicle cargo. So to do this business, you're actually going to need a CEO office, but you would need a CEO office for the last option too. I kind of forgot to mention that. For VIP work, it is going to cost you some money up front. However, you can make your money back pretty quickly. You will need a CEO office, and you will also need a vehicle cargo warehouse. As you guys can see, there are several different warehouses on the map, ranging from about $1.5 million all the way up to just under $3 million. As you can see, I own one vehicle warehouse, and it's worth 15 grand, which is not very good, but you can earn quite a bit of money quite quickly with this business. As you can see, if I click the source vehicle option here, it will start up a mission. I can go and steal a vehicle and drive it to my warehouse. Then I can go and sell it. Now this business has a little bit of a trick to it. There are only a certain amount of cars that you can actually get for the business. Now there are also different tiers of vehicle that you can get. You can get supercars, or you can get kind of more basic cars. This source mission is for a Obey Omni, which is a pretty basic car, I feel like. However, if I get this into my warehouse, that means I will never get a mission for an Omni ever again. I think you can see where I'm going with this. If you collect all the bad cars and never sell them, and then collect all the supercars and just keep selling the supercars and keep sourcing them, you will get the best sell missions possible constantly. Now, once you actually have some of the top tier cars that you can sell, I believe selling them goes for around 140k. I'm gonna be honest, I just bought vehicle cargo for this video, and this is my 3rd source mission ever. However, I have heard from other sources that it is a very good way to make money, especially for a solo player. The sourcing missions are not very hard, as you guys can see. I just literally just pulled up here with the Seminole and just blasted a few guys. Now I get in the Omni, and now I basically just drive it back to my warehouse. So again, once I've collected this Omni back into my vehicle warehouse, I will not have to get it ever again. So long as I don't sell it, obviously. If I sell it, then I'm going to get another source mission for it. But once you have a vehicle, you will not have to get it again, so long as you keep it inside your warehouse. And here we go guys, we have delivered the Omni. So guys, we've got 2 cars in the warehouse now. That means there are only another 38 left to go. That's pretty good, I guess. Anyway, vehicle cargo is of course at number 7. Let's move on to number 6. Alright guys, for number 6, we're back in the CEO office. And of course, at number 6, we have CEO cargo. Now, CEO cargo is actually a pretty darn good way to make some money in GTA. In my opinion, it's actually better than vehicle cargo because you don't have to go through as much of a hassle to be able to actually make some pretty good money with it. Now, for CEO cargo, there's a couple of little tips and tricks that can be learned about it to actually improve your process of gaining crates in your warehouses so that you can make more money a little bit quicker. Now, as you guys can see, I've made almost $4 million from my CEO cargo. And as you guys can see here on the warehouse map, I actually own 2 cargo warehouses. Both of them are not really that full right now, but there are small, medium, and large cargo warehouses that can be bought. Obviously, the large ones can hold more crates, medium a little bit less, and small can only hold 16. Now, CEO cargo is a really good way to make some money. As you guys can see, you can buy 3 crates at a time for $18,000, put them into your CEO cargo warehouse, and you can sell them for pretty much double what you buy them for. In some cases more. The less crates you buy, the more profit you make, but it takes longer to fill up. As you guys can see, if I was to sell my small warehouse right now, I could sell for $65,000, which isn't a lot of money, but the cargo missions didn't take me very long. And of course, the cargo missions are also completely doable as a solo player, which is exactly what we need for this list. Now, generally, the sell missions for CEO cargo are not that bad, and if CEO cargo is on double money or triple money, I don't think that we've had triple money on CEO cargo yet, but if we ever do, I know there's some guys that have got large crate warehouses that are completely filled to the brim, waiting for that day to happen. So CEO cargo is not a bad way to make some money. there are a couple of little tips and tricks you can learn for CEO cargo to make your experience a little bit better. I'll link a video in the description of this one if you guys are interested in learning a couple of tips and tricks, some of them to do with CEO cargo and some of them are to do with other businesses in GTA. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it for CEO cargo. It's a pretty good way to make some money, missions are easy, and when it's double money in RP or triple money in RP, you can earn an absolute ton of cash. Anyway guys, that's it for CEO cargo at number 6. Let's move on to number 5. Alright guys, next up at number 5 we have the auto shop. Now the auto shop is, well, not my favorite business in GTA, let's just say that. There's two reasons for that, and their names are KDJ and Sasanta. They're like literally the two worst characters in GTA Online next to English Dave. They're just cringe. Like they're just purely cringe. However, the auto shop, you can make some pretty good money with it. The auto shop has two sides to it, the legal side and the illegal side. The legal side is, well, at least the semi-legal side. I don't know where these vehicles come from. For all I know, they're stolen. Who knows? The legal side of the business allows you to modify these vehicles that are brought into the auto shop. You can then sell them once you are done modifying them and earn some profit. Now you can either do these sell missions yourselves or you can send your helpers to do it. This lady right here will do sell missions for you. However, you earn a fraction of the profit that you would earn if you sell the vehicles yourself. No matter what, you have to customize the vehicles on your own, which does take a little bit of time, but it's honestly not that annoying. And the sell missions to do by yourself are not that hard. Also, the workers cost an absolute fortune to actually buy. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $700,000 per worker. And they'll maybe make you between like 9 to 20k per sale that they do if you're lucky. So it's not really that great. However, the better part of the auto shop is of course the contract board. When these are double money in RP, you can actually make some pretty good cash from them. As you guys can see, I've only actually completed one of these in my time in GTA Online. I'm not a super huge fan of doing these contracts. I don't think that they're a really great way to make money unless they're double or triple money. When they are, they're fantastic, but when they're not, they're really not that great, in my opinion at least. However, I know that if I don't include this on this list, I will probably get some hate comments. So overall, the auto shop is a decent business. It's not the best ever. You can earn some pretty good money with it, probably better money than any of the other options that I've showed you so far on this list, so it's not all bad. But of course, you do have to deal with KDJ and Sasanta. Do what you will, I guess. Let's move on to number 4. Alright guys, at number 4 we have my personal favorite business in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is of course the bunker. Now the bunker has a couple of things within it that are really good and that you're going to want to focus on if you do buy a bunker. Now in my opinion, this is the best semi-passive business in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's way better than all of the other MC businesses, and you can earn more money a little bit quicker with this business than you can with the nightclub. So inside of the bunker, you obviously have all of these stations here, and that is where they make the guns that you are going to sell through your bunker. Now if we sit down at the laptop right here, my money and my sales is glitched, just so you guys know. It says I've done over 2,000 sales, which is just not true. I mean, I've made almost $40 million with this place, and I've done 2,020 sales, which I don't want to do the division there. It's not a lot of money per sale, so you can kind of tell it's not right. Now the bunker is really interesting because you can make some pretty good money with this place, and it's really not that hard. If I go to sell stock right here, I have $210,000 worth of guns to sell. Now how I got the $210,000 worth of guns to sell was I spent $75,000 on a resupply. So if you do the math, you spend 75k on a resupply. These guys make the guns completely passively. You do not have to be here or watch them or anything like that. And obviously you can sell stock for $210,000. That is if you're in a solo session. If there are other players in your session, you will get a bonus up to the amount of other players that are in your session. So it could be 20%. I think 20% is actually the cap. So you can earn up to 20% more than $210,000. If you're wondering what $210,000 plus 20% is, that is $252,000 for one sale mission. Obviously, if we minus $75,000 from that, you are making $177,000 profit. And without selling in a full session, you are making $135,000 profit for not even being here. Your staff just make this for you, then you do the sell mission really quick, takes less than 15 minutes, and you will always get one vehicle if you sell with only one resupply into your bunker. Now the other front of the bunker is of course research. Now, you can unlock a lot of really useful things through research, and you can unlock a lot of garbage through research. As you guys can see, I have all of my research completed. This has cost me an absolute fortune to do, but I can say it is pretty worth it. This is where you get explosive rounds for the Heavy Sniper Mark II. This is where you get heavy armor for the Insurgent Pickup Custom. This is where you get missiles unlocked for the Oppressor Mark I. Now, the interesting thing with the bunker is you can manage your staff. I have all of my staff assigned to manufacturing because obviously my research is done. Of course, if you don't have all your research done and you want to make some money while also getting some research done, you can assign your staff to both. Obviously, I can't do it because my research is done, but you could do that if you want to. And if you really want to get your research done fast and you don't really care about making money with the bunker, you can of course assign all staff to research. Obviously, you can only make this much money with the bunker when you have the equipment and the staff upgrades equipped within this business. The security upgrade is not necessary to buy. I would honestly not recommend even getting it. I have it just because I like it. It makes my business a little bit safer, but my bunker has literally never been raided ever. Do with that information what you will. The bunker is a great business for solo players, in my opinion. The best semi-passive business in the game for solo players. Anyway guys, that's it for number 4 at the bunker. Let's move on to number 3. Alright guys, and the next best way for solo players to earn money in Grand Theft Auto Online is through the agency. Now, the agency is obviously pretty new with the contract DLC, and there are a ton of ways that you can make money with this business. Of course, there is the contract with Dr. Dre and Franklin that you can do. You can earn about $1 million for completing that, and it doesn't really take that long, but it is slower than the Cayo Perico heist. However, my personal favorite ways to earn money with the agency are through security contracts, the wall safe, and payphone hits. Now, payphone hits will pay you $85,000 upon completion if you do them correctly, which is a great way to earn some money, and they really don't take that long. They never take longer than 10 minutes to complete. On top of that, within your office inside the agency, we also get access to security contracts. Now, security contracts are really easy to complete, and they take no time at all. When these are double money, they're honestly amazing to play. Obviously, if this one was double money, I would get $106,000 upon completing it, and it really doesn't take that long. As you guys can see, I've only completed 10 contracts within my time in Grand Theft Auto Online with the agency, and I've destroyed 2 assets, and for that I have been given $610,000. Now, those missions have probably taken me less than an hour in total to do all of them, so $610,000 is not a bad amount of money. Now, on top of this, if you complete 200 security contracts within GTA Online, you have a wall safe within your agency. So if you complete 200 security contracts, your wall safe will give you $20,000 every single day in GTA Online, aka every 48 minutes of real time. It will give you $20,000. Obviously, if you have 100 security contracts completed, you will get $10,000 every single day. You see where I'm going with this? You're getting paid to complete the missions, but you're also getting paid passively every single day, every single minute that you are playing Grand Theft Auto Online. You get paid for the amount of security contracts that you have done. This is honestly my personal favorite feature about the agency. Having the ability to make yourself some passive income that is actually completely passive once you've got it going is really great in my opinion. If you were able to AFK for several hours in GTA, you could earn quite a bit of money very easily. All you have to do is go to your safe and collect it every few hours, and it's literally free money. The only problem is actually doing the security contracts to get to that point. That will take you some time. However, you are getting paid for completing them, so it's pretty worth it in the long run. Overall, the agency is a fantastic business and is definitely one of the best ways for solo players to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online these days. I would definitely recommend picking up an agency if you guys don't have one already. With that being said, let's move on to number 2. Alright guys, and at number 2 we have the Nightclub. Now, the Nightclub actually has 2 businesses within it. Obviously, you have what goes on down in the basement, which is the illegal side of the business, and upstairs you have the actual nightclub, which is run every single day. Now, if you keep your nightclub popularity high enough, you can earn $10,000 every single day completely passively just from having a high popularity within the nightclub. However, downstairs is where you can earn the real money. Now, there is a bit of a trick with the downstairs of the nightclub. It is a completely passive business. You do not have to do anything once you get this set up. However, there is one thing that you have to do, and that is you need to own 5 of the best businesses in Grand Theft Auto Online. You need to own the Coke Lockup, you need to own the Green Stuff Farm, the Counterfeit Cash, the Blank Lab, and of course, the Bunker. if you have all of those businesses, you can select these technicians within the warehouse in the nightclub. They will acquire all of these things for you completely passively, and once they've acquired a bunch of them, you have the ability to sell them. As you guys can see, I've got $1.29 million ready to go to sell in my nightclub anytime that I want, and I have not done anything to earn this other than own all of the businesses that I have selected. Now, it does take some time, but as you guys can see, I have earned $47.25 million with my nightclub, which is a pretty insane amount of money, and I didn't have to do anything to earn this other than just own the businesses. The best part is you don't even need to keep the businesses resupplied. As long as you own the bunker and all of the other ones that I mentioned before and have the nightclub set up, it will be earning you money. However, it is cool because it is completely separate from all those businesses. So if you want to run all of those businesses and run the nightclub, you can earn an absolute ton of money completely passively from the nightclub and semi-passively from all of the other businesses. Overall, the nightclub, in my opinion, is the best passive business in Grand Theft Auto Online. It really is the only truly passive business in the entire game, and it's absolutely fantastic. It does take a while for your money to stack up within the basement of the nightclub. However, it is so worth it because it's literally free money that you did not have to do anything other than buy the businesses. Anyway guys, that is it for the number 2 best way to earn money for solo players in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let's move on to number 1. You guys can probably already guess what it is. Alright guys, and at number 1 you already know, we have the KO Perico heist. Obviously, this is the best way to earn money in Grand Theft Auto Online per hour. You can earn about $1.5 million if you're doing it legitimately, and if you're doing the KO Perico heist replay glitch, I'm not honestly sure how to do it, so there's really no point in asking me in the comments down below, because I don't even know how to do it. Obviously, to do the KO Perico heist, you will need a Kasatka submarine. With the Kasatka, you can of course buy the helicopter that I'm flying right now, which is the Sparrow. It's a great helicopter to have in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's literally the fastest helicopter in the entire game. And obviously the Kasatka is really good too. Now the KO Perico heist is pretty easy to do. Obviously you just have to come to this room in your submarine and you can launch it from here. Now the setup missions for the KO Perico heist are actually really easy to do. They don't take much time at all. And once you get it figured out, it's pretty easy to complete it completely flawlessly. And obviously you can earn about $1.5 million every hour in Grand Theft Auto Online, which is, I mean, it's the best money per hour in the entire game. It is really good. Anyway guys, you already know about the KO Perico heist, chances are. So if you want to know more about it, I'm sure there's videos out there. I do plan on doing some money guides for the KO Perico heist. If you guys are interested in that, I will probably be doing those pretty soon. Anyway guys, I'm not going to drone on about KO Perico. I'm sure everyone's kind of sick of hearing about it honestly, but it is the best way to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online for a solo player. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.